All right, so this year for Father's Day, I decided I wanted to give my friends, my family, gifts of nostalgia. So I have a bunch of old fashioned treats and a bunch of old wax baseball cards. And I thought, since I'm stacking the bags right now, I'd at least show you what is going to be in them. So we're going to do 2 or 3 packs from the following, and I thought I'd just quickly open a few packs and show you. First one is Star Minor League Baseball cards from 1989. Actually, never. I got a box of these on eBay because it was shipping with something else, but I've never even seen these cards before, so I doubt we'll recognize anyone, but let's look at them. All right, we've got a Rick Morris, Chris Howard, Steve Walker, Mike Rhodes, Vincent Zalowski, Richard Faulkner, Ken Pennington, Dominic Pierce, John Fascio, and Joey Wadrow. So there you go. That's our first pack. Our second pack is probably the least valuable of any pack of baseball cards of all time. 1992 Fleer Ultra Series 2. These were really cool cards when they came out, but they stick together. There's no really awesome inserts or anything like that. And it wasn't a great year for rookies or anything else. So we'll see if we get anything. We start off with a Rafael Ramirez, Dave Hansen, Barry Jones, Bob Tewksbury, Lance Blankenship, Rico Rossi, Rich Rodriguez, Dave Burba, Tim Naring. Let's see if we can separate these here. Okay. Then we've got a rookie card, Jarvis Brown, Todd Froworth, Scott Brosius, a Kenny Rogers, and a Terry Princilla. We should probably just flip these around so I can just open them for you. Let's flip these around. All right, next we have some 91 Score Series 1. I don't know of much in this series either. I know they were really ugly. Hence getting rid of all these cards. All right, Dave Hollins, Ken Mercer, Lee Smith. There's a Hall of Famer. We can set that aside. Chuck Krim, Anthony Telford, rookie prospect, Rafael Novoa, Chuck Macron. Then we've got a first-round draft pick in Carl Everett. We've got a J Bell, Greg Maddox, Lance Blankenship, Lou Whitaker, one of those thingies, Bill Swift, Eric Davis, that's not too bad, Jeff Montgomery, and a Lance Johnson. All right. Then we've got a solo pack of, is this 91? 92 Topps. So again, kind of this era. I actually don't know this era very well. I kind of phased out of collecting cards by 92. But I think, is this the year of Manny Ramirez? Maybe? We'll see. See what we've got here. All right, so we started off with a Skeeter Barnes, Greg Catteray, Gary Carter, there's Hall of Famer, Dan Gallagher, Tim Fryman, Manuel Lee, Jeff Facero, that guy. Oh, look at the backs. I haven't looked at the backs yet. There we go. Chris Vazio, Tracy Jones, Craig Grebick, Goose Gossage. Can't believe he was still playing then. Willie Banks, Dave Fleming, Barry Bonds, so that's not a bad pull. Luis Quiones, Brian Hendrickson, Paul McClellan, Don Slott, Dwight Smith, Jose Rijo, Bill Sampson, Steve Lake, another Bill Swift, scratch card, Hensley Nibbles or something, Storm Davis, Mike Sims, Wally Whitehurst, Pat Kelly, Ricky Jordan, Greg Vaughn, David Segui, Jay Buhner, Mickey Morandi, and Mike Ihorn, Ryan Bowen. Sorry if I'm massacring some of these names. Again, I've kind of phased out. Now this series I know well. This is the 88. I think it was 88. this pack with Murphy. Few decent cards in this. I mean, they're not worth anything, but I liked the Donruss. This was super collectible at the time. So these are pretty cool. Andres Thomas, Tony Gwynn. Oh, I love this one. The Ripken family. Cool. That's very collectible. And then a Mike Schmidt. 3 awesome cards in a row. I'll take that. Greg Myers, Ed Romero, Domingo Ramos, Donnie Moore, Randy Myers, Barry Lyons, Gene Garber, Joe Carter, Kevin McReynolds, and Bobby Meekum. So nothing else but 3 cool cards in a row there. Then we've got 91 baseball. I think this might have been the Chipper Jones year. And that's actually, his rookie card's actually worth something. So maybe we'll get lucky here. This does come with the stick of gum and the ruined card. Let's see if we can get something good. All right, here we go. Mark Portugal, Mike Harley, Tony Pena, Frank Stubbs, Tommy Lasorda, that's a Hall of Famer, Eric King, Bill Swift, Clay Parker, Frank Thomas, that's a great card. And we've got Dave Schmidt, Steve Lyons, Scott Garrett, Jim Batcher, Jose Lind, and Herm Willington. All right. Now we get to the packs I'm actually a little bit excited about. That's the basketball cards. So we'll keep the oldest one for last. So let's start with 91-92. This is Series 1, so these don't have the Olympic cards, which is too bad, but this was still a very collectible set. I think this was the last set of basketball cards that I collected. All right, so we've got a Byron Scott, Danny Manning, Sam Mitchell, Xavier McDaniel, Kevin Duckworth, Anthony Bonner, David Greenwood, Isaiah Thomas, Rick Smits, Alec Kessler, Brad Lewis. We've got a Robinson Rodman leader. That's a good card. Oh, this is actually probably the best card of the whole set. Jammin' Will with the Boys. So that's this day in school card from the All-Star game. That's a cool card. Then a Bernard King All-Star, Kevin Lawfrey, and a Supersonics checklist. Nope, not a checklist, just a team card. All right, well, that was a pretty good one to get those guys. Skybox, of course, we want to pull a Jordan or a Magic Johnson in here. There were a few good rookies, but those came in the Series 2. In the Series 1, it's mostly just base cards, maybe a manager. Darrell Walker. Oh no, do we have to flip all these? Fred Roberts, he's one of my guys I collect. Danny Young, Dana Barros, Blair Rasmussen, Rick Smits, Winston Bennett. There we go, Magic Johnson, one of the best cards of the set. Steve Kerr, of course, he's a future Hall of Famer as a coach. Brian Rowson, Kenny Smith, Mike Sanders, Mike McGee, Larry Drew, and Bernard King. So, pretty good pack there. I'm actually doing pretty good today. Happy Father's Day to me. This last one is the 89 NBA Hoops. Now, this is the Series 2, so it doesn't have the... I think this is Series 2. Does it say on the front? It doesn't have the Robinson rookie. It does have a Robinson rookie, but not the one that's most desirable. All right. Starting off here with a Stu Jackson, Joe Barry Carroll, Larry Bird, that's a nice card, Otis Thorpe, Mark Bryant, Stuart Gray, then a Chuck Person, John Koncak, Larry Kraskowski, Dennis Rodman, that's a year after rookie, that's a good card, Chuck Daly, Frank Johnson, Joe Wolf, Jose Ortiz, and a Greg Kite. I actually collect him as well. So, looking at what we pulled, this is our Father's Day haul. Let's just recap some of the good cards we got. We got a few good cards today. A few from my personal collection. Dennis Rodman, Larry Bird, Steve Kerr, Magic, Fred Roberts, Will Smith, David Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, and then Danny Manning. So good basketball haul. Then in baseball, we've got a Frank Thomas, a Lasorda, Schmidt, Ripken, Gwynn, Bonds, Gossage, Carter, Davis, Maddox, and Lee. So a bunch of Hall of Famers there too. That shouldn't be our lead card. Let's put as our lead card Magic. That's a good one. So pretty good haul. Happy Father's Day.